Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Gabe Randall, and today I found a video. It was from Christian Broadcast Network from 6 years ago. So this was 2018. The title is Mommy, Mommy, I Don't Want to Be a Boy. Little girl's reaction to radical sex ed program says it all. Here we go.
A family can be made up in many different ways.
It's called SOGI, for Sexual Orientation and Gender Identification, a curriculum that teaches public school students across Canada to celebrate the homosexual lifestyle and that gender is fluid. In other words, your gender is not dependent on what parts you were born with, but rather what you feel like.
Okay, so yeah, right off the bat, they're saying that in Canada they're already been implementing this program SOGI, which is something that should never exist in the first place, and they're saying it based off of they're saying that your gender can change based off of how you feel. So to me that seems ridiculous because in the first place children are super duper emotional. That's not that like that just doesn't You can't do something based off of how children feel. That is irresponsible as an adult to let a child decide that. I have a younger brother and he goes emotional roller coasters all day long. And that's like that and so you can't do something based off of how he feels. You need to do it based off of what he needs.
The moment.
There's people that are boys, there's people that are girls. There are people whose gender might be a little bit of both or might even be neither.
Lessons include books about transgender children, such as 10,000 Dresses, and songs like The Rainbow Song.
Gender won't decide the choices we make. Some boys like dressing up, some girls like catching snakes.
The SOGI curriculum started in
I mean, it's fine to dress up. It's fine to catch snakes. That doesn't make you one gender or the other. It might depend on what you're dressing up in. That's a little...
British Columbia in 2016 and is quickly spreading throughout Canada.
I just thought, who decided that this was okay to teach our children?
Author and inspirational speaker Laura Lynn Tyler Thompson is a leading voice against the SOGI curriculum.
And we are seeing the results of that now because some kids are reacting very emotionally and saying,
Exactly.
And they're in fear. Will I suddenly struggle with feeling like a different gender inside of my body?
Carrie Simpson of Culture Guard, another leading opponent, calls the curriculum nothing short of child abuse.
All those beautiful qualities that make young girls, beautiful girls and women, are being basically vilified. The things that make our boys boys are being, taken from them. So things of equating young men to being strong protectors is something that's now evil.
But more...
It is. And it's like in the last few years, I've seen the most ugly ladies that I have ever seen before in my life. That's just a testament to that, to how guys just aren't created to be women. That's just not how it works.
Megan Auger, a transsexual and supporter, claims it's about acceptance, not indoctrination.
The idea is to teach kids that there are gay kids and there are trans kids and there are trans parents and gay parents in our society, and everybody's wanted and desired. After all, that's what our Human Rights Code says, and it's the role of schools to teach the following of our laws, right?
Simpson.
Sorry, I know I keep pausing it, but it's fine to feel one way. It's fine to feel things, but when like if something feels wrong, then it's fine to talk about it. But the point where you start encouraging people to act based off of their feelings instead of rationale, that's where things go wrong.
disagrees, saying she sees Soji's real goal as
altering our culture from a heteronormative society into one where anything goes, no boundaries, no values,
And
no
we need those
morals.
boundaries.
It's a hedonistic cult, basically, what they're implying.
another blaring example, drag queen story time. It's happening in Canada and America.
See? Some of the most ugly women I have seen.
Where some
And when did it get when did it become okay to have people dress like this in front of your kids? They have movies that have the ratings like PG-13, rated R, whatever. This this is something that just kids shouldn't see.
public schools and libraries invite drag queens, some dress like horned demons, to
I just really want my kid to see a horned demon when they go to the library.
read to young children.
And it's a social deconstructionist agenda. They're using children, little 5-year-olds, to accomplish this. And
They are.
parents are waking up and saying no.
When asked about parents' rights, OJ says,
Well, actually, in Canada, parents' rights are limited and children's rights are put ahead. So the child has the right to be protected from the parents when the parents behave badly.
Canada is known as one of the most gay-friendly countries in the world, with many of their largest cities featuring their own gay villages, like here in Vancouver, which has literally rolled out the Rainbow Road. Most gays, like village resident Davey DiCarlo, support Soji and
That's a cool
limiting
suit, yeah.
parental rights.
The change that we have to see is sometimes the parents, and the kids are doing actually really okay.
This is very scary stuff.
Longtime Vancouver area pastor Kevin Kavanaugh says this is far more serious than most Canadian Christians realize.
Our problem is not the teachers, the educators, the administrators. This is a battle in the heavenlies.
He says Satan is going after their most vulnerable, the children.
And the little
Throughout biblical history, we see Moses, the Pharaoh was killing off the baby boys. We see Jesus, King Herod was killing off the younger boys again. And this, they're coming for your children. I even watched is a few years back, the gay men's choir, and they're singing about coming for your children, coming for you.
little girl came home in tears because the teacher had told her, since she was playing with some toys in the class that were deemed to be masculine in nature, that she was likely.
Okay, toys can be masculine in nature, but you can't define a person based off of their body parts and based off of their chromosomes.
A boy in a girl's body. The mother went to the school the very next day, and instead of having any sort of tolerance or support or understanding, she was actually called names. She was told that she was a homophobe, that she was a bigot.
With that in mind, Tyler Thompson, Simpson, and Pastor Kevin are spreading their message across social media and in town hall meetings. The pro-gay backlash has been fierce.
And the hatred and the anger and the bullying that came against us, even though we said, we love you, we don't take from you the opportunity and the freedom to live as you choose. We love you, but we do not agree with you.
Pastor Kevin believes Canadian Christians are in a 2 Chronicles 20 moment.
The word was this battle is not yours, Jehoshaphat. This battle is the Lord's.
And the church is beginning to prepare for what it takes to fight for our kids.
The battle between an aggressive homosexual agenda and the faith community here in Canada is far from over. But many Christian leaders say it may be the issue that causes a once sleeping church to rise up and be heard.
Here in America, we've seen the church start to step up and push back against this. Because we've also seen in Canada, they seem to be Canada and other different countries culturally, they seem to be like ahead of America. They push these agendas first in the other countries, and then it tends to roll into America. And we've seen it in the classrooms. Even when I was in elementary school, I remember it being pushed. And I even had a friend who was a girl and said that she was a boy, and to my 8-year-old self, that's like, well, that's not how that's not how it works. I was raised right, and I thank my parents for that. And it's just something that people have been getting confused. Again, like I mentioned earlier, you can't make changes to, you shouldn't affirm the negative feelings and the emotions of a child. If they want to steal something, you're not going to affirm that. You're not going to be like, oh yeah, you can steal from whoever you want, make it yours, whatever. That's not how it works. You should be offering them guidance and affirming whatever negative feelings that they have. That's not how it should be done. Um, but again, we've seen the pornographic books that you can get in the libraries. They're starting to take those out. Parents are waking up to the fact that these are in schools. You can watch videos of school board meetings, angry moms and dads, and bathroom parents talking about like shared gender bathrooms and whatever. Um, and even the dad who his daughter got raped, he went up to one of these meetings and he got kicked out. And it's just crazy to see that this is going on in schools, and this has to stop. You can feel certain ways, but that doesn't mean that you should act on those feelings. Many times people come to these communities because they feel loved and included, and when they change their gender, it's like, oh yay, go for it. That's you. You do you. But as Christians, we should be loving them. We need to be loving on these people, and words. I actually need people to step up and mm, kind of take responsibility in a church environment, pointing them to God in the next few years. Even now, I've heard of people that regret the surgeries that they've gotten, that they regret the transition that they did. Um, and so we're gonna have a lot of people in the next few years that they've done irreversible changes to their body, and they're gonna need help. They're gonna need wisdom and guidance, and that's just something that the Christian church is gonna have to start stepping up into. It's not gonna be easy. It might not be fun, but it is gonna be necessary after they've pushed all of this stuff onto kids. Um, and thank you for watching, and just kind of ponder that. Tell me what you think in the comments. Bye.